This is Andy Purrawal for Boxing News. I'm joined by Fraser Clark here in London. Fraser, always a pleasure. How are you?
Yeah, nice. All good. Nice weather. We're in Sports Direct. Open workouts. Usual thing, you know.
It's just another fight week, another day in the week for you, and another day in the week of Fraser Clark, Marius Vac. How have preparations been for this fight?
Yeah, they've been good. Obviously, there's a bit of turmoil mid-camp. You know, I couldn't escape the media because it was crazy, but I managed to brush myself off, and I made the right stuff. I say it time and time again. I overcome it and come out good the other side.
Obviously, I don't want to dwell on that because we did an interview speaking about the Fabio Wardley fallout, but how difficult was it to kind of deal with everything that was going on around that fight, knowing that the Marius Vac fight had just been announced and the Wardley talk had been rumbling on for certainly a couple of weeks after the Vac fight had been announced?
No, it was a great distraction. Great distraction. You know, I started focusing on Marius straight away because the modern day person and a normal person would like to discredit him and the way he boxes and what he's done, but I've got full respect for him. I take him seriously like anyone. I give him the respect he deserves, and I had to put all my concentration into him. Fabio just became a thing of the past.
You look towards Marius Vac on Friday night, not Saturday night. He had a fight about 10 days ago, came away with a victory, so he should be relatively sharp and fresh.
Yeah, he's got momentum, and it's a big thing in boxing, you know. He looked good as well. Seeing it, he looked all right. You know, he didn't look bad. He let his hands go. He's a big guy. I hope the ring's bigger than that one over there anyway, because he probably reached me from one side with his reach. But no, you know, he's a competitor. He knows what he's doing. My job is to get in there and do my thing.
Obviously, people have been critical of kind of momentum you haven't really been able to gain with your career, not through any fault of your own. You obviously had people pulling out through fights, last minute replacements and last minute step up onto bills and what have you. Now you've had this camp for Marius Vac. What are you hoping to show now, and how are you looking to build on your career?
My career, I don't think it's going too bad. You know, when I look back at it, obviously it's all smoke and mirrors. Like, people want to criticise, but how long have I been pro now? 18 months, seven fights, 6 fights, 7 fights, coming to my 7th. Won them all. I've improved. People don't know shit. That's the thing. People are quick to talk, but they couldn't even live one day in my socks. You know what I mean? So I've had to take myself away and stop listening to people. Do you know what I mean? I listen to good people, and that's about it. But I'm happy where I'm at. You know, I'm just gonna keep improving.
Do you feel like you need to make a bit of a statement on Friday night?
Not really, no. Just get in there and win. Do my thing. If statements and this and that, it's all good. And don't get me wrong, if the stoppage comes, fantastic. I'm getting in there to do my job. I'm not getting in there to play up to no crowd or try and prove something to all these other British heavyweights that we seem to be having a good little pickle of us. You know what I mean? A great argument. We're all trying to go at each other, and it makes for good fights. So I ain't got to prove nothing to them. Just got to prove to myself.
Marius Vac's normally a very durable heavyweight, and you've spoken about, and Ben Shalom spoke about wanting you to get more rounds in. Is that what you're expecting?
Yeah, I'll get a lot of rounds in with him. He's durable. He's always big. He's always strong.
You mentioned kind of a British heavyweight. I always get nervous when he gets quiet around us, but you mentioned the British heavyweight scene. You had David Adelaide return recently. Did you watch his performance?
Yeah, I watched him last week. Did what he had to do. I didn't set the world alight, but he did a job. We've had a little back and forth, haven't we? One day I'm pretty sure it'll be a good fight. I think we'll do some good numbers and entertain everyone.
He's obviously building his own name, but from the version you've seen most recently, what would happen if you were to share a ring?
I'd beat him 100%, but he's building his name, I'm building mine. I feel like, what the thing I do like about him, he's not too much into the back and forth or the slang. He likes to do the business, and I like that attitude, and I try and take that on myself. So listen, let him stay on his path, I'll stay on mine. I'm pretty sure they're going to meet.
The path for yourself beyond Friday night, where does it lead to? Does he go into those 10 rounders like Ben mentioned?
We'll see, because I don't like to, after what's gone on recently, I don't even like to look too far ahead. One step at a time. Let me take care of that, and then we'll sit down and have some conversations. But for now, Marius Vac.
The only thing I do want to ask about Fabio is just because Ben said previously that talks were still ongoing behind the scenes. Do you know if that's still the case, or?
I think that is still the case. And listen, Fabio's gonna get some. He'll get some deals made to him soon. He might get the David Adelaide deal made to him, Dave Allen deal made to him. He's gonna see them, look at the numbers. he'd jump ship, be straight back to Fraser Clark and won that fight. So if he's got any sense anyway, but we'll see what he does.
What did you make of the Wardley Allen reports and rumours?
It didn't interest me. It didn't really interest me. No, I like Dave Allen. I wish him all the best, and I hope he gets the fights that he wants for his career. But it didn't interest me that much.
It's fair enough, Fraser. And just for yourself, obviously headlining on Friday night now. I'm sure you wasn't expecting that.
Oh, yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. It don't feel like I'm a headliner. It feels like I'm just boxing. I'd say I'm last on the card. I won't say I'm headlining because these aren't my ends. You know, we're in London. I got a lot of support here, though. By the way, everywhere, everyone's stopping me for pictures and stuff, and everyone's wishing me the best support. So that's decent. But yeah, I'm just last on the card. The big lad at the end. We'll say that. I won't say it's a headline, even though it sort of is, but it's not. Do you know what I mean? I haven't got the feel about it.
Listen, Fraser, everybody always looks forward to the heavyweight stepping between the ropes, so that's up to you to deliver.
That's it. I'll do my job. Don't worry.
And Fraser, just to get your thoughts, sticking with kind of a boxing scene. Obviously, this past weekend we saw Josh Taylor lose out in New York to Teofimo Lopez. Did you watch the fight?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, good fight and really entertaining fight. Josh was the thing you got to say about Josh. Very honest. After the fight, he said the better man won of the night. Absolutely true. I think he'll assess the weight situation. I think he's got so much more to give. A really talented fighter, great fighter, can light up any arena. But I think you might have to look at the weight because he looked like towards the end like he didn't have that gear change. You know what I mean? And it might be the weight, might not be, but yeah, unlucky to Josh, and I hope he gets straight back on the train and bounces back.
Sticking to the heavyweight division, or moving back up to the heavyweight division rather. We saw Alexander Usyk sign with Skills Challenge. We know there's a lot of talk about the Fury fight. We've seen so many great fights made at the lower weights for Spence Crawford, for Haney Lomachenko's, as mentioned, Taylor Lopez this past weekend. What would you say about the state of the sport if the heavyweights were to continue to rumble on and we weren't to see the Fury Usyks or maybe the Joshua Wilders, which are in talks as well?
Not good. We've got to get cracking. I think the Americans, the shows in America at the minute are very good. Some very good fights being made. I'll be over there for Spence Crawford, 100%. Big fights. I want to stick with the British guys.
Anything that you know about Joshua Wilder?
More looking like Joshua Dillon, isn't it? Yeah. So it's still an entertaining fight, but it's not Joshua Wilder, it's not Joshua Fury, it's not Usyk Fury, but it's still a good fight.
Joshua White 2, what happens?
Oh, Joshua wins, yeah. I think he's a better fighter now. I think he's got a bit between the teeth in terms of wanting to prove something. Even more so after that Jermaine Franklin fight. Even though I think he did well, I think he'd like to make a statement, and there'd be no one better for him to make it on than Dylan White.
Right, Fraser, we will leave that there now. I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of this workout. Thanks for speaking to me.
Anytime, brother.